What's up, YouTube? Hey, I know it's been a while since sorry guys, I have allergies so bad. Right now my nose, and I know there are people who say you gotta have a cold, but I know it's not a cold. I know that it's allergies because my nose is itching, and that's all that happens is just my nose is just itching off my face. So I'm doing this video. Happy New Year, by the way. It's not long before the New Year starts. It's here, so I know that I don't know if I'm gonna be. I'm gonna make another video by then, but anyway. So it's been a minute, and I've been meaning to get on here, and because I know it's been a while. I was in class, taking classes and going to work, and writing papers, having to write, a paper, 2 to 3 papers a week. Sometimes this one class I had every other week. I had like 5 pages, and then I would have another one I had to turn in, and then the next following week I would have only a small one to turn in, but I still had to prepare for the next following week. So I'm trying to stay ahead, and it's just like, it was crazy. So that kind of took a lot of my time. Like, I couldn't concentrate on anything else. I was just like, whoa, this class has got me going. So, and I actually had one class back to back like that. But anyway, so my topic, I was talking about, uh, uh, my topic is about when mothers, well, I brought into this topic because I spoke with my son, Alonzo, not long ago. And so some of the issues that he is going through, I think a lot of males go through. And my oldest son, Marquise, it actually went through the exact same thing. It's like so weird how my sons are going through the exact same thing at different times, but basically it's very similar. So my son Lonzo's children's mom will not allow him to see his children. And my son Marquise's daughter's mom won't allow him to see his daughter. So they both are struggling with the sorrow of missing out being the parent they want to be to their children, which I can understand that it's very painful. So I'm doing this video because I want to say that to the women. While you think that you're doing something to him, and you are, you want to cause him pain, you have successfully succeeded in doing that. You're causing him pain. You have successfully succeeded in the goal you were seeking. But in the essence of that, you have also caused your own child pain. So not only have you pained him, you pained your child. Your child does not deserve that. What they deserve is a parent who wants to see them and love them. And as a mother, your job is to ensure that they're being nurtured properly. So if they have a parent, a father, who wants to spend time with them, who wants to talk to them, who wants to, communicate with them, who wants to see them, then you should allow that. And this is not about you. The relationship is over. Get out of your feelings and let the man see his child. Again, it is not about you. Get out of your feelings. Get over it. It's done. Let the child and the man see each other. Let that man see his child. Because, okay, you guys didn't work out. Nobody told you to have a baby by him. Nobody made you do it. You made a decision to have a child with the man that you have a kid with. Now, if you don't like the man, that's too bad. You should have made that decision before you spread your legs and had a child with him. Use a condom. Get some birth control. You don't want to have kids with this man. You know you stuck with him for life. Look, in this day and age, back when I was growing up, birth control was not so readily available. And during the situation with me, I honestly say my first child was born. Like I said in my other video, previous videos, I was only like 13 years old when I got pregnant. So he was like 17, 18 years old. I was a kid. I was a little bitty girl. I mean, I was a young girl, and I was not a little bitty, but I was a young girl who naive and stupid. And he said all those things like "I love you" and "we're gonna get married." And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, this fairy tale world. I kept seeing Prince Charming like a dummy. I kept thinking this fairy tale land. We're gonna ride off into the sunset and get married, have kids. Child, none of that happened. But as I got older, I realized that, okay, I've had more than one kid. I had my older son, then I had two more children with my kid's dad, my other children's dad. We had two kids together. My daughter Asia and my son Lonzo. And um, their dad and I were engaged, and we were going to get married. And um, at the time, I really believed we loved each other a lot. Um, I think that a lot of times it happens with males. He's young, and he was nice looking, and females were always trying to get with him. He had really pretty eyes, and he was bow-legged, and he had a really nice body, you know. So women liked him. They were trying to get with him, and so it was like a constant situation where you know, women were trying to get with him. And so it was just hard for me to try to get, you know, I didn't have issues, like I wasn't a jealous woman, but it was hard as a female knowing that he was actually attracted to older females than I was because he was trying to get something. Well, I had nothing. So he was looking for females who had money and cars and who could offer him something. That's what he was looking for. He was looking for a payday. Well, I couldn't offer him a payday. I couldn't give him any of that. And so, anyway, past that, I digress. Like I was saying about men and women, if you have a child by a man, and I know you may be mad and upset, he may be a total butthole. Um, it is not right to keep the man from his child, to hurt him. It's one thing that he doesn't come around because he's a butt, and you be like, well, he didn't come around. It's another thing that he's come around. They say like he's abusive. I'm not gonna stand that too. If he's abusive and you just don't want him in your space, I completely understand that. If you could find some alternate way to see your child, but if you don't think you trust him with your child and think that he's going to wrong your child or do some things that he shouldn't do, then of course, if he's involved in criminal activity, I don't suggest you let your child go with him. Don't do it. Because they claim, oh, I haven't done nothing wrong. Yes, they do. But he may just drop the child to his mama house. But you don't want to take the chance that he decides he want to take little Susie Q or Bobby out to dinner and somebody decides they want to get him. Guess what? When they get you him, they get your child too. So, in those instances, I completely understand you're not allowing the father to invade your home life because you want to protect your child. That's something I completely understand. And I do agree. But if you have a father who, like my sons, really are trying to be in their children's life and really trying to be a parent to their children, then you should allow them and not be so upset and mad because you didn't work out or caught up even. I mean, not every man can afford to pay thousands of dollars in child support. They can't. They can't afford it. They don't make money like that. Some men, okay, you found a broke a man. Okay. That's just the way it goes. But the child support is not the only thing that a child needs. Because even if he doesn't give you a dime, if he's a great father and he's always involved in his child's life, wouldn't that be the better thing? I would want that more than I would care about him providing finance. Because God's gonna take care of everything your child needs. You ain't got to worry about that. But one thing about it, God provided that father for that child to give him the nurturing on this earth. So why wouldn't you allow that? Allow him to be the father to your child. He has a right. And although you are the mother, he still has a right. So don't take his rights away because you're angry and beside yourself and in your feelings about him being with some other woman. He with that bitch and he can't with it. I understand your anger. I understand your anger. Um, I've never had that because I'm not the kind of woman. When I was done with them, I was done with them, and I didn't worry about whoever they were with. I was okay either way. I knew what kind of person he was, and I was glad he was gone. I'm just saying. So, I'm just saying that you guys, you women, you ladies need females, young and older, need to think about things a little better because it's not for your benefit that the man is in the child's life. It's for the child's benefit. So please, 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 please reconsider what you're doing. Reconsider keeping your child from his or her father. The impact can be so detrimental. Um, you, the a father is needed. I know I don't care what anyone says. They can say that, oh, your mother raised me and I'm all right. Yeah, but some things you need a father because it takes a man to raise a boy to a man. It does. I can tell you things as a female, but I can't tell you things as a man. I don't know what a man goes through. I don't know what a man feels. I can try to understand some things that I've experienced, but I have no idea. Only a man can tell you how to be a man, how to shake hands firmly, and how to hold your head up straight and look a man straight in the eye. And your word is bond and make everything, make sure that you hold your head up high and should square your shoulders and stand up straight and, don't pee on the seat or whatever. Whatever you teach your sons, those are things that a man can teach a boy. I can tell you, but I mean, a woman shouldn't have to teach that. And a daughter first love is her father. So if he shows her how a man's supposed to treat her, then she won't let any man treat her less than what her daddy does. And he won't allow her to be with anyone at all, that will treat her less than what he'll do. Because she's always going to be a princess to him. So he's going to always try to make sure he protects her and keeps her from all of that. And show her how she should be treated. And so hopefully the expectation that he sets, she carries over and looks for that same guy in her husband. You tell me what you guys think about this video. I told my son I was going to discuss it because it's very painful for males, and I feel for men. There should be some sort of father. I don't know. I just think that men should have just as much right, not lower or lesser. It should be equal. And they got to go fight for their rights. I had a friend who's actually fighting for the right to see his son regularly like he typically does. The child's mother is with someone else, and now he has to fight for visitation. She doesn't want him to see the child like that. Whatever reason, I don't know. But he's a great father to both his children. Only one by her, but she just being so vindictive and spiteful for some odd reason. I think I think she still wants to be with him. And she's trying to find a way to hurt him. And she knows the only way to hurt him is to do it through the child. Don't do this, ladies. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not right. Because that boy loves his dad. And like I tell my son, He has two sons right now. He's with them every day. He sees them every day. I said, what are you going to do without these two? Because he loves the both of them, and he talks about them. When they do things, he tells me about it. He just laughs because he finds it so hilarious, and he gets to experience that. And, he misses that from his other children, his other child, and he missed that from his oldest daughter. He missed that from his oldest son. And now his two youngest ones, he gets to experience that. And he didn't get it from his third daughter either. The last two, he's able to experience it. And he's like just so overjoyed. He missed them. And they love him so dearly. Oh, they love him so dearly. So I'm just saying to you, ladies, don't do this to your children. And don't do this to the men. I know you, at some point, you cared about them. And now okay, maybe you don't want to be with them anymore. Fine. But that has nothing to do with you. The relationship that a child has with their father is a relationship between a child and father, and it has nothing to do with you. Get out your feelings and allow the man to see his child. Do better. And you need to pray about that. I've never done that to my children's dads, any of them. I didn't get child support from them for many years. And guess what? If they wanted to come get them, they could have got them anytime they wanted. Even with my ex-husband, I never went through a whole thing with him. He wanted to come get our daughter and have our sons and stuff like that. I was fine with that too. As long as you're doing your part as far as being an active parent, I have no issues with you. So I want you to just keep that in your minds and just try to get out of your feelings and feeling how you feel. And don't be so caught up in your own personal anger, and punish your child on top of that. That's not right. Okay? So I love you. May God bless you all and bring you peace and pray for that peace. Ladies, um, be better, okay, in 2020. Just consider being the better person and not being so spiteful. It's not right. All right? Love you all. I'll see you in the next video.